Wide receiver of the New York Giants, Odell Beckham Jr. He recently did a sit down interview. I listened to the interview, and this is my thoughts on the interview. Odell Beckham, he's trying to say every time he has a chance to say it that he's trying to be a leader, right? But in my opinion, leaders are not made; they're born. It's just certain qualities you have in you that makes you, have the ingredient that lends itself to you having the ingredients to be a leader. And Odell Beckham just don't have that. He doesn't have poise. Yes, this year he's not going off. He's not acting like a baby. He's not throwing temper tantrums like he has over the last couple years. So people think that, oh yeah, he's becoming a leader. No, man, he's not becoming a leader. Just listen to this interview. First of all, it was all over the place. He's sitting down next to Lil Wayne, and the lady that's interviewing them asked him a question about the Giants and where the team is going, and the first thing he does with Lil Wayne is giggle. So, like I said, man, a lot of people are not going to like it, but the man is never going to be a leader. He's never going to be a leader. Things are not going well for the New York Giants as of late. They are 1-3 or 1-4. I think they lost yesterday, so I think they're 1-4. So Odell Beckham is probably a loss away from, or a couple losses away, and not getting the ball the way he wants to get the ball. From going off again. The Giants did pay him his money. I'm not in favor of paying a wide receiver that much money, but that's what the market called for. He's the next wide receiver up after not Julio Jones, but after certain guys got their deals. Got big deals. So the market for wide receivers has risen. So he got his deal after Antonio Brown got his big deal. So now it was Odell Beckham's turn. He's younger than those guys, so he's going to get a big payday. But I don't think he's going to ever be a leader. So in this interview, he was telling her about the offense, and he's not getting the ball as much as he wants to get the football. But we all know all wide receivers they're selfish by nature. Their position lends itself to getting caught up in being selfish because they are a dependent skill position. The running backs are really going to get the ball. They get to touch the ball more than anyone other than the quarterback. The quarterback, we know, has the ball on every play. So the wide receiver is predicated off of the quarterback being able to be protected up front by the offensive line, and the quarterback ability to get the wide receiver the ball when he needs, in a timely fashion, and when he needs to, when he's open, when he can get the ball the best. So the wide receiver position can become a selfish position if the wide receiver himself is selfish. And I believe Odell Beckham is about Odell Beckham, because this interview wasn't about the team. This interview was about, because he stated, I'm not getting 20 targets like other wide receivers. Now, I don't know no other wide receiver that's getting 20 targets a game. Julio Jones is not getting 20 targets a game. Antonio Brown is not getting 20 targets a game. AJ Green is not getting 20 targets a game. So I don't know who he's speaking of, what wide receiver is getting 20 targets a game. What he's really saying to the Giants is, I want 20 targets a game. That's what he's essentially saying. And he also said in this interview that he feel like he can score in every quarter, which, every wide receiver that has the ability that Odell Beckham has, and Odell Beckham has a lot of ability. But if he say he's a leader, you don't get on an interview, a sit-down interview that's, already scheduled in advance, and talk about the team having all sorts of problems on offense, because she asked you what's the problem, and you couldn't even pinpoint the problem. You said everything. So you yourself don't even know what the problem is. And I'm wondering if Odell Beckham sitting down studying, film like he's supposed to, because, a lot of guys with a lot of talent, man, they don't feel like they need to, look at film. Ask Michael Vick. He admitted that he thought he was so talented that he didn't need to look at film. So I won't be surprised if Odell Beckham doesn't look at the film, other than the wide receiver meetings when he's the film is right there in front of him, and the coach is breaking it down. But like I said, he's not going to be a leader. He's never going to be a leader. He doesn't have the ingredients in him to be a leader. Now, that doesn't mean he shouldn't, still conduct himself as a man and conduct himself in a light that's not going to shine a dark light on the NFL or his team, he still should be able to do that. But as far as him being a leader, no. And wide receivers, they are selfish by nature. You know what I'm saying? Because I said it, they are a dependent position and a skill position, and they like to show out and show on someone. They like a lot of catches. I remember last year, Ben Roethlisberger and Antonio Brown went through the same thing. When Antonio Brown came out and said he's not getting the ball enough, and guess what? Ben Roethlisberger and the offensive game plan was for the next following week. They targeted Odell Beckham. They targeted Antonio Brown 15 times, and lend itself to Big Ben throwing like 3 interceptions, because you cannot do that, because despite what everybody want to say about Odell Beckham, he is talented. So the game plan going to play the Giants is we need to contain Odell Beckham. Odell Beckham is the game plan for defenses around the National Football League. So he's going to get double coverage every game. Period. Point blank. Now it's the offensive coordinator to be creative to get Odell Beckham in position to get the ball, where he can best utilize Odell Beckham, and so Odell Beckham can get touches and be able to be, impactful on the offense. But like I remember Julio Jones breaking it down a couple years ago. He said not only do he get double teamed by the corner and the safety over the top, he said a lot of times they had a linebacker even shot on him, 10 yards in. So when you're highly talented, a lot of attention comes towards you. And the Giants, they do not have a balance on offense. Saquon Barkley, he's a rookie, so maybe in a year's time or a couple years he can turn into a back that can that teams have to come in and say they have the game plan against him, and it'll open up Odell more. But teams around the National Football League, a lot of teams are not balanced, and they're passing the ball like 50, 45, 40 times a game. And to me, this league is still about being able to run the football. Now, we know the offense has been amplified because you can't, the offense has been opened up because defensive backs can't put their hands on wide receivers. They can't be as physical wide receivers back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like they were back in the day. So the offensive skill players like the wide receivers mainly, they get to run free for the most part. And teams think, oh well, we can throw the ball, get away with throwing the ball 50 times a game. No, you can't. You have to have balance in this league. And the Giants, they don't have a tight end that lends itself to, any type of, coverage, any type of special coverage. They don't, like I said, Saquon Barkley, he is talented, but he's not there yet. So, of course, Odell Beckham, you're not going to get the ball a lot, because if they try to force the ball to you, then Eli Manning is going to throw a lot of interceptions, and the team offense, y'all going to struggle even more. So, like I said, it's upon the GM of the Giants to get players around Odell that can best utilize Odell. But if Odell was truly a leader, you know what he would have said in that interview? He would have said a lot of I. He would have said, I need to watch film. I need to come out and see what the defense is, what are they trying to do to me. I need to see what I can do better to help this team. Not everything above is not going well with the team. And we all know that he had choice words about Eli Manning and things like that of that nature. So that's what he means. He means Eli Manning. He means the offensive coordinator not getting him the football. A lot of this was about me instead of I need to do this or I need to look in the mirror. What he should have said was, we as a team need to look in the mirror and look at ourselves and say, what do I need to do better to help the team win? Not me. I'm not getting the ball. I'm not doing this. I'm not getting 20 targets. So like I said, Odell Beckham, tremendous talent, but he's never going to be a leader. And, people can keep hoping and wishing and dreaming, but he's not going to get there. He's not going to be a leader. Now, like I said, he's supposed to still be able to contain himself as a man and stop having temper tantrums and stop going off and hitting the kicker's net and all this crazy stuff, hitting the walls and all this stuff. Like I said, for the most part, he's been able to contain himself. But this interview to me is a kickoff sign of things to come with Odell Beckham. So keep watching for Odell Beckham, man. I'm out, man. Subscribe to the channel. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section.